Hey girls, welcome back. So Becky has finally dropped a video giving us an update on where she's been and addressing some of the drama with her ex, Amber. Including how Amber has possibly turned her off from relationships for good, her isolation from her family, and how she took care of Amber 24/7. Let's not forget they've also threatened each other with lawsuits if either one of them spoke about the other. The tea is a little messy today, so without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey everybody, it's been a long time. Having some anxiety today. I've been gone for a while. I was working a lot. I was pulling like 16-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, and it was like back to back. So I was so tired. I didn't have time to really do anything. Time to even really live, actually. January, I ended up losing my job. My depression and anxiety had gotten so bad at that point. I went and spent 5 days on the 5th floor of the hospital, which is a psych ward. That stay didn't help anything at all. So whenever I got out of that, I started immediately looking for another job instead of trying to focus on my mental health because I had to pay bills. I ended up getting another job. It was the same thing. Basically, I was working 6 days a week. Never really had time to do anything. Never had time to enjoy anything.
A couple months back she made this post on her community tab letting her viewers know that the long hours at work were affecting her mental health, and this was also the reason she wasn't making YouTube videos. She also goes on to say how she was treated so poorly at this new job that she had to quit and suddenly her life seemed to spiral out of control.
It was pretty bad things that happened at that job. Like I was getting kicked in the shins every day, grabbed by the throat. So I quit there and came back to my old job. Still 16-hour shifts. I bought a car in November. They told me, we will send you your license plate and your tags in the mail. So I waited and waited. And I called them and they said, we haven't got to it. We're trying to get to it. Just give us some time. And I gave them plenty of time. Well, my temp tags ran out and I got pulled over and I was given a citation and a court date. I was told if I paid the citation off, I wouldn't have to go to court. I went to pay the citation off. The officer put an entirely different car. He put a 2019 Ford Escort, and that's not what I drive. I had to call him back, and he said, I'll get it fixed. Don't worry about it. Well, I took that as he was going to fix it all. I wouldn't have the court or anything like that. So I didn't go to court. I ended up backing into my coworker at work, and we had to call the cops. And when they came, they were like, you have a bench warrant. So they had to take me in, get me fingerprinted, mug shot. My dad got me out that day. Like I didn't have to go sit in a cell or anything. My dad was there before I got there, actually. Me getting arrested caused me to lose my insurance. And I still don't have my insurance. So I've been without one of my medications for a while. I expect almost nothing but bad things to happen. And I think that's why my anxiety is so high, because it seems that I always get the crappy end of the deal. These last few months have been just nothing but struggle after struggle after struggle.
Becky then goes on to talk about how Amber really damaged her, giving her major trauma, PTSD, and made her feel completely drained in every way. If you would like some more insight into what she had to deal with in this relationship and the year she has claimed was her worst, I have linked that video below.
And as far as talking about my ex, I don't know if I can date ever again because I've just got so much trauma and PTSD coming out of that. I feel I'm ruined from being in relationships. I haven't really been with anyone since, and whenever I would try to talk to people, I would slowly stop talking to them. I'm terrified. I'm so scared that I'm not enough, and what I bring to the table isn't what anyone would want. I just feel like I gave everything that I had, and I don't have anything else to give, because, you know, when you're taking care of someone 24/7, you sort of lose yourself. You lose bits and pieces of yourself, trying to give to everyone else. And in that point in my life, you know, I was isolated from a lot of people most of the time. I have regrets with my mom that I'm never going to be able to fix, and it kills me. But I've been pulling away from everybody. But you know, I'm trying to get back on my feet right now. I really am. It's just a lot to try to get through. I'm really trying to come back from this, and it's extremely hard. This whole health scare with my thyroid, where I've lost my insurance, I've not been able to get my scans.
In her community post just 3 weeks ago, she said, "I'm dealing with so much on top of possible thyroid cancer. I feel like the earth is just falling out from beneath me. I appreciate everyone who has reached out to me with help. I really do. I'm just afraid to accept help."
And I've been hurting a lot and through here, like it's sore, it hurts to swallow sometimes, my throat's a little sore. I'm worried about it. You know, I've already went through renal failure, and I was losing a bunch of weight. I was doing so good. I was on this medicine called Ozempic. I was losing weight, but I wasn't eating because the thought of food made me sick and made me want to throw up. Once all this happened, they were like, oh, if you have a possibility of thyroid cancer, then you cannot take Ozempic. So I took off that. Just so scared 24/7. I just feel like there's not a day where I'm not worried.
She then mentions the fundraiser that was started for her, stating that she was very thankful for the help, but despite it, she is still really struggling and things have started to spiral out of control once again.
That fundraiser was absolutely unexpected. I was struggling. I think I had like maybe $5 in the bank, and I wasn't getting paid for another 2 weeks. I lived 40 plus minutes away from my job. I was behind on my car payment. I was so far behind on my car insurance that they canceled my policy and I had to get it reinstated. I'm still behind right now. I just started this new job, and I had to wait 3 weeks without a paycheck. Rent's due. You kept me from sinking. I wish I could help everyone, but I can barely help myself right now. But it's been a really hard year and a half. Year and a half. It's been a really hard last 3 to 4 years, if we're being honest. In 2019, I was so messed up, so depressed. I was on so many medications that I was a zombie. Ever since then and on, it's just been nothing but horrible stuff. And I'm just waiting for the sun to shine again. I don't know when it's gonna happen.
Is it true that you told Becky you wouldn't talk about her if she didn't talk about you? So this is actually the final time I will talk about Becky. I know I have said that before. No, this is not my choice. I was gonna say I could care less, and I recently found out that it's I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if Becky spoke about me. She could speak about me in every single one of her videos, and I would not care. At all. At all.